There are many policies that can be put on the table in order to respond to a world of higher food prices or more volatile food prices. And those options are often confusingly many, very complicated to talk through, with various levels of feasibility and practicability at any given moment for policymakers. Out of the discussion that we have today, I think we can divide the agenda into three parts. There is a long-standing agenda of making agricultural development work, both for farmers and for the rest of the world. And that is an agricultural development that produces food, that drives down the price of food, but which also allows poverty to be reduced and for food security to be improved. For that, we have a mandate. There is a long-standing agenda there. There are things that can be done to make that happen. There is, on top of that, a more contemporary debate which reacts to the price spike. And this debate is about how do we make markets work better so that we don't get price spikes. It's a more complicated agenda, but again there is a mandate to think through those issues and to come up with proposals in the short run to deal with those. And thirdly, there is an agenda which responds to some of the deep underlying anxieties which price spikes highlight. And those anxieties are about the environmental sustainability of the agricultural and food system and the social fairness, the equity by which we produce food, distribute it in a world where some people are eating too much, whereas other people are suffering hunger. And I think there's a variable geometry that we've got under those policy challenges. The first two are things we can work on at the moment, but we shouldn't forget the challenging agenda of what do we do about things such as biofuels? What do we do about the amount of meat that we consume in the world, different people? Because we can't have the whole of the world eating very large amounts of meat for 9 billion people by 2050. So I think there are things we can do in the short run, things that will take the medium term, and things that we need to start the conversations now so that in 10, 20 years' time we'll be in a position that technically, politically and socially we can take the decisions that will need to be taken.